You might be eating very little sugar. You might be avoiding desserts, soda, and even following a very strict diet. But if you still wake up every morning feeling heavy, mentally foggy, with cold or slightly numb hands and feet, then there's a truth that very few people will tell you directly. Your problem may actually be happening while you sleep. At night, when you think your body is resting, your liver is still active. And if your body's ability to process sugar isn't as efficient as it used to be, your liver can quietly release more sugar into your bloodstream. No warning, no pain, just night after night, sugar building up, making your blood thicker, your vessels less flexible, and circulation to your legs and brain gradually weaker. What's concerning is that after the age of 60, this process can happen faster than you think. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because your body no longer handles sugar the way it used to. And here's what surprises a lot of people. You can do everything right during the day and still lose the battle because of what happens during those 6 to 8 hours at night. In this video, I'm not going to talk about dieting. Instead, I'm going to show you 7 simple drinks that can help your body process excess sugar while you sleep, from familiar options to one overlooked recipe that can create noticeable changes in a short time. If you want your mornings to feel different, you need to start tonight. To understand why this happens, you don't need to dive into complex medical terms. Just think of your body as a system that transports and processes energy. When you were younger, that system worked smoothly. Insulin acted like a key, helping move sugar from your bloodstream into your cells to be used for energy. Your liver worked like a filter, handling any excess. Everything happened almost automatically. But after the age of 50 or 60, this system begins to slow down. Your cells don't respond to insulin as well. Your liver doesn't process as efficiently as it once did. And at night, while you're asleep, stress hormones can still signal your liver to release more sugar into your blood, even if you haven't eaten anything. So what happens? That sugar doesn't get where it needs to go. It just circulates in your bloodstream. Think of it like a clogged pipe. The issue isn't how much water you're putting in, it's that the flow is blocked. You can try to cut back more and more, but if the flow isn't restored, nothing really changes. That's why so many people eat carefully but don't see meaningful improvement. They focus on what goes in, while the real issue is how the body handles what comes out. And this is the key point. Certain natural compounds found in specific drinks can help reactivate these processes, helping your body process, distribute, and reduce excess sugar while you sleep. The problem is, not all of them work the same, and some of the most popular options only deliver very limited results. Let's start with the most common option, and also the one many people expect too much from: green tea. Almost everyone has heard that green tea is good for your health. And that's true. It contains a compound called EGCG, which supports antioxidant activity and can slightly improve insulin sensitivity. In simple terms, it may help your body use sugar a bit more efficiently. But here's what you need to understand clearly. Green tea is not a solution for clearing out the sugar that has already built up. It's like locking your door after a break-in. It offers protection, but it doesn't fix what's already happening inside. Some studies show that drinking green tea regularly may lead to a small improvement in fasting blood sugar. But the effect is modest. It helps maintain stability rather than creating noticeable change in a short period of time. That doesn't mean you should ignore it. In fact, green tea can still be a good foundation if you use it properly. The simplest way is to drink a warm cup in the afternoon or early evening. Avoid drinking it too late if you're sensitive to caffeine. And most importantly, don't add sugar or honey. That almost cancels out the benefit you're looking for. Also, if you drink it on a completely empty stomach, especially at an older age, you might feel some discomfort or stomach irritation. So it's better to have it after a light meal. In short, green tea is a good starting point. It helps your body not get worse. But if your goal is to noticeably improve your blood sugar overnight, you'll need stronger options ahead. Next is a very familiar option online, and also one that sparks a lot of debate: diluted apple cider vinegar in warm water. You've probably seen many people talk about it as a simple trick to manage blood sugar. And it's true that apple cider vinegar contains acetic acid, a compound that can slow down how quickly your stomach empties food into the intestines. When that process slows, sugar enters your bloodstream more gradually, helping prevent sharp spikes. That sounds reasonable, but here's the issue. The effect is quite limited if you only use it at night. Some studies show that when used consistently over several weeks, apple cider vinegar may slightly reduce fasting blood sugar, but the reduction is modest. More importantly, it doesn't directly handle the sugar already circulating in your blood. It mainly slows down additional sugar from entering the system. In other words, if you're looking for something that helps your body deal with excess sugar while you sleep, apple cider vinegar only works at the surface level. The proper way to use it is to dilute a small amount, about 1 to 2 teaspoons, in a cup of warm water, and drink it about 20 to 30 minutes before bed. Avoid taking it straight, as the acidity can irritate your throat and affect your tooth enamel. This is especially important for older adults. If you have a history of acid reflux or a sensitive stomach, apple cider vinegar may worsen your discomfort. Over time, if not used carefully, it can also contribute to enamel erosion. So if you choose to try it, keep it moderate and pay attention to how your body responds. Don't rely on it as your main solution. Apple cider vinegar can be helpful in certain situations. But if you're aiming for noticeable overnight improvement, you'll need options that go deeper, not just in the stomach, but also in the nervous system and the body's internal regulation processes. Number 5, chamomile tea combined with Ceylon cinnamon. At night, your body isn't just digesting or resting, it's also regulating hormones. One of them, cortisol, your stress hormone, can signal your liver to release more sugar into your bloodstream if it's not well controlled. This happens quietly, and it's one of the reasons many people wake up with elevated blood sugar even after eating very lightly the night before. Chamomile tea contains compounds that help calm the nervous system. When your body is more relaxed, cortisol levels tend to drop. This doesn't directly burn sugar, but it helps prevent your body from continuing to release more sugar into your blood while you sleep. When you combine it with Ceylon cinnamon, the effect becomes stronger. Cinnamon can help your cells respond better to insulin, allowing sugar to move from your bloodstream into your cells more efficiently. In simple terms, one helps reduce the supply, while the other improves how your body uses it. The preparation is simple. 1 chamomile tea bag with a small amount of Ceylon cinnamon, either a short stick or a moderate amount of powder, steeped in hot water for a few minutes. Drink it warm about 30 to 45 minutes before bedtime. But there's an important detail many people overlook. Not all cinnamon is the same. The common, inexpensive type found in most stores often contains higher levels of coumarin, which can put stress on the liver if used long-term. Ceylon cinnamon, on the other hand, is a safer choice, especially if you plan to use it regularly. This is where things start to shift. You're no longer just slowing things down or maintaining balance. You're beginning to influence deeper factors like hormones and the nervous system. And as you continue down this list, you'll see even more powerful options, ones that not only help your body relax, but also improve circulation and how sugar is distributed throughout your body. Number 4, ginger, lemon, and a pinch of cayenne pepper. The real issue with blood sugar isn't just how much sugar you have. It's whether that sugar actually gets to the right place to be used. When the small blood vessels, especially in your legs and feet, become less flexible or circulation slows down, sugar doesn't move efficiently into your cells. It stays circulating in your bloodstream, even though your body still needs energy. Ginger contains compounds that help gently widen blood vessels and improve circulation. Cayenne pepper, with its capsaicin, can stimulate blood flow, helping blood reach more distant areas like your feet. Lemon provides vitamin C, which supports your blood vessel walls and helps reduce oxidative stress. When you combine them, you're not just drinking a simple warm beverage. You're helping restore flow within your body, something many older adults are lacking. Some studies suggest that regular ginger consumption can significantly improve blood sugar levels over time. But what's interesting is that people often notice physical changes even sooner. Many report warmer hands and feet and a gradual reduction in tingling sensations within just a few days. Preparation is simple: a slice of fresh ginger, the juice of half a lemon, and a very small pinch of cayenne pepper. Steep in hot water and drink it warm about 30 minutes before bedtime. If you're not used to the heat, start with a very small amount and gradually increase. However, if you're taking blood-thinning medication or have a sensitive stomach, you should be cautious. Both ginger and cayenne can have mild effects on blood clotting and may cause irritation if used in excess. What makes this different is that instead of only affecting sugar levels, you're improving how your body transports and uses that sugar. And once circulation improves, everything downstream starts to change. And still, there are even stronger options ahead, ones that don't just improve circulation, but directly influence how your body produces and regulates insulin. Number 3. Fenugreek seeds, combined with cinnamon. What makes this different isn't about speeding things up or slowing things down, but about helping your body respond at the right time. Fenugreek seeds contain a natural amino acid that can signal the pancreas, the organ responsible for producing insulin. But it doesn't trigger insulin constantly. It only activates when your blood sugar rises. In other words, instead of forcing your body to work harder, it helps your body work smarter. That's something many other methods don't offer. When insulin is released at the right time and in the right amount, sugar has a better chance of moving into your cells rather than continuing to build up in your bloodstream. When you add Ceylon cinnamon, you take it one step further by improving how well your cells respond to insulin. One helps send the signal, the other helps receive it. This combination creates a more noticeable effect than using either one alone. Preparation is simple, but it does require a bit of patience. You can soak 1 to 2 teaspoons of fenugreek seeds in hot water for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then add a small amount of Ceylon cinnamon and drink it warm, ideally about 45 minutes before bedtime. There is one thing you should be ready for: the taste. Fenugreek has a slightly bitter, somewhat strong flavor. It's not something everyone enjoys right away. But if you have a clear goal, it's something most people can get used to. Also, if you're taking medication related to blood sugar, you should pay attention to how your body responds when combining it. As your body's regulation improves, the effects may become more noticeable than expected. The key point here is this: instead of only acting on the surface, you're beginning to communicate with your body's internal system, helping it regulate itself more effectively. And as you move into the final 2 options, you'll see solutions that go beyond insulin, directly involving the organ that plays a central role in processing sugar: your liver. At number 2, we go straight to an organ that many people overlook, but one that plays a major role in how your body handles sugar: your liver. You've probably heard a lot about insulin, but if your liver is sluggish, overloaded, or dealing with fat buildup, then, no matter how well insulin works, sugar can still get stuck in your bloodstream. The liver acts like a central control hub. When it can't keep up, everything downstream is affected. That's why dandelion root combined with ginger and lemon becomes a very interesting option. Dandelion root contains natural compounds that can stimulate bile production and support the liver's cleansing processes. When bile flow improves, the way your body metabolizes and processes sugar becomes more efficient. You're not just lowering sugar, you're helping your body handle it properly at the source. Adding ginger continues to support circulation and digestion. Lemon provides vitamin C, supporting antioxidant function and helping protect your blood vessels. Together, these three create a more complete effect: liver, digestion, and circulation. Some research suggests that compounds in dandelion root may help improve glucose metabolism and enhance insulin function under certain conditions. The key point isn't the exact numbers, but the direction of action, targeting the body's main processing center. The preparation is fairly simple. You can use dried dandelion root, about 1 teaspoon, combined with a few slices of fresh ginger and lemon juice. Steep in hot water for about 10 to 12 minutes and drink it while it's still warm. Letting it sit too long may reduce some of its active compounds. However, since this is an herb that directly affects the liver and digestive system, it's important to choose a clean, reliable source. If you have gallbladder issues or are taking specific medications, it's best to consult your doctor first. The key takeaway here is this: you're no longer just addressing the surface. You're working directly on the main control center of the entire process. And that's exactly why the final option, ranked number 1, doesn't stop at the liver, but connects multiple systems in your body at once to create a stronger overall effect. Number 1, golden milk. What sets this drink apart is that it doesn't focus on just one single mechanism. Turmeric contains curcumin, a compound that helps reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and support the gut lining, which plays a key role in how sugar moves in and out of your bloodstream. When chronic inflammation is reduced, your body responds better to insulin, and the process of handling sugar becomes more efficient. But there's a critical detail many people overlook. Curcumin on its own is poorly absorbed. If you take turmeric by itself, much of it passes through your body without having much effect. That's why black pepper is essential. Piperine in black pepper can increase curcumin absorption many times over, turning a simple drink into something far more effective. When you add Ceylon cinnamon, you further support your cell's ability to use sugar. And if you include a small amount of healthy fat, like milk or a bit of oil, absorption improves even more. Preparation is simple. 1 cup of warm milk, regular milk or unsweetened almond milk, 1 teaspoon of pure turmeric powder, a pinch of black pepper, and a small amount of Ceylon cinnamon. Stir well while warm. No need to boil. Drink it about 30 minutes before bed, ideally after a light snack. However, if you're taking blood-thinning medications or have conditions related to blood clotting, you should consult your doctor before using it regularly. What makes golden milk stand out isn't a single ingredient, but the combination. It supports your liver, your gut, and your circulation, the 3 core systems involved in processing sugar. And when these systems begin working in sync again, the change isn't just in your blood sugar numbers, but in how your body feels every morning. At this point, what matters most isn't which option you choose. It's how consistently you stick with it. Your body doesn't change overnight, but if you're on the right track, you'll start to notice differences sooner than you think. Within the first 2 to 3 days, many people experience small but clear changes. Deeper sleep, fewer wake-ups during the night. Some begin to notice warmer hands and feet, especially in the morning. These are early signs that circulation is improving. After about a week, daytime energy becomes more stable. That energy crash after meals starts to fade. Your mind feels clearer when you wake up. This is when your body begins handling sugar more efficiently instead of letting it fluctuate. And if you stay consistent for 2 to 4 weeks, the changes become more noticeable. Not just in how you feel, but also in your numbers if you track them. But there's one condition: consistency. No method works if you only do it for a few days and then stop. However, there are a few common mistakes that prevent people from seeing results, even when they've chosen the right approach. The first mistake is inconsistency. Doing it one day and skipping the next doesn't give your body enough time to adjust. The second is using it incorrectly. Missing a key ingredient, using the wrong amount, or adding sugar to make it taste better. All of these reduce effectiveness. The third is expecting results too quickly. When people don't see changes in the first few days, they give up, even though the body needs time to adapt and recover. And finally, an important mistake: changing or stopping prescribed medications without proper guidance. What you're doing here is supporting your body, not replacing medical treatment. If you avoid these mistakes and stay consistent long enough, your body will start to respond. And at that point, the results are no longer a matter of luck. They're the natural outcome of doing the right things the right way. In the end, what you need to remember is very simple. Your blood sugar isn't just determined by what you eat during the day. It's heavily influenced by how your body processes it at night. And when you target the right moment, you're working with your body, not against it. You don't need to change everything at once. In fact, the simpler it is, the easier it is to stick with. One small habit before bed, repeated every day, can create a bigger impact than any complex diet you can't maintain long term. If you want to get started, try a very simple plan for the next 14 or 30 days. Each night, choose one drink that fits you, ideally the top option, and stick with it consistently before bed. At the same time, pay attention to how your body feels, your sleep, your morning energy, the sensation in your hands and feet. If possible, write it down so you can clearly see the changes over time. And most importantly, give your body a chance. Many people believe these problems are just part of aging and can't be changed. But in many cases, the body is simply missing the right conditions to function the way it was designed to. If you decide to start tonight, come back in a few days and share what you notice. I read every comment. And if you found this helpful, take a moment to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more simple, practical ways to support your health. Have a restful night and wake up feeling different.